Hello, this is Patrick from XPression. I'd like to show you a new feature in the XPression Clips workflow, the ability to auto-assign a recall ID using the encoder watch folder process. I'm here working in the encoder manager, and I have some projects that have been assigned and they use watch folders. What I'd like to do is assign the ID number to work with particular folders. For example, maybe I want all of my news assets to start at the number 3000 and go higher to the next available number. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my Projects tab. And on my Projects tab, there's now an input field area called Recall ID. And I have the ability here to auto-assign incrementing the recall IDs. So I can set a starting ID number. So let's say I'm going to make mine be 3000. And then I press Reset ID, and you see the next ID that it will use is 3000. When I click OK to accept those changes, anything I put into the news projects now will start at number 3000 and work higher. I have a couple of folders here. I have one with some clips assets, and I have one that is the target for my news assets that I drop in. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a couple of very simple videos that I have here, and I'm going to go ahead and drop those in so that we can watch all those transcode and take recall IDs. So I'm going to take this number 9 logo, I'm going to drop it in, and I'm also going to take a demo video, actually a countdown video, and drop that in, and I'm going to copy that. And we can see by looking at tasks that those files are transcoding and they're in the system. So now let's go over and look at our expression and see how that's working. Now, here in XPression, I'm looking at my clip browser. You can see I have two new clips which are numbered for recall IDs as 3000 and 3001. Those numbers were set by using the auto recall ID assign inside of the encoder process, and you can see that automatically came through and put that into my folder with those particular reset ID or recall IDs, and that number will continue to sequence now. Every time a new asset comes in, it will look at the encoder folders, it will look at the clip browser database and look for the next available ID. Now, back in encoder, what I want to show you is if I have different watch folders, for example, I have one for sports, I'm going to go to the recall ID for that project, and I'm going to set that one to start at 9000 is the next available ID. I click the reset ID button, and the next ID will be 9000. I click OK, and I'm going to go ahead and go back to my folders here, and I'm going to take my Rising Stars animations. Oh, wrong folder. I'm going to put that into sports. So I'm going to take that and put that into sports, and copy those two files in, and you can see that I'm transcoding. So let's go over and see what it looks like on the XPression Clips. Now, back in the XPression Clip browser, I can see that I have two new assets, and they're in the project Sports, which starts at 9000 and 9001. So you can see that I can have that auto recall ID assigned per project using the watch folder structure that I'm working with in the XPression encoder. And this is how it results back in the clip browser on XPression.